General Manager Les Snead just had a chance to look at the division standings. It seems like the last couple of years, several people have picked you guys as a sleeper team, waiting for this team to wake up, so to speak. Now with this trade at the quarterback position, you guys have a guy in there who you're hoping is going to be healthy and productive. What do you think Nick Foles is going to do for you guys?
You know, I think the addition of Nick, the one thing he brings us, if we're a sleeper team, if we're close, if we're trying to get there, he brings number one, skins. He's got skins on the belt, and by that I mean he's played in real games. He's won games. Not only has he had good games personally, but he's helped a good team get to the playoffs, and that's what we're looking for him to do for us.
What was the evolution of that trade? Because certainly there were a couple of trades that the Eagles made this offseason that I don't want to say rocked the NFL world, but were surprising because they were of large magnitude, and a starting quarterback for starting quarterback trade isn't one we see very often. How long did that take to develop?
I think the rumors surfaced at the Combine that maybe Sam would be tradable. So I think through that process, a lot of teams check in to see if you're really trying to get rid of him. Once the clubs established, no, we're not. There was a few teams that kept going. You knew they really liked Sam, and the one thing that put the Eagles over the top was they were able to offer us a quarterback that has experience, and that's why that trade was made. It was the addition of an experienced quarterback, because more draft picks doesn't help or doesn't solve your QB problem.
Even if it was a first rounder, which I understand you guys were looking at that situation.
Definitely. Hey, it's a good pick. That you're going to get a good, hopefully a very good football player in the first round, but still if you have a hole at QB, right, maybe it doesn't move the needle in the wins and loss column.
So when Nick Foles shows up in St. Louis, does he sign a 1- or a 2-year lease? And I'm talking about this potential move to L.A., which has been the headliner here. How does that affect when you interview some of the guys at the Combine, or when you're bringing free agents in for a visit? They have to be asking you, are you going to be in St. Louis, or are you going to be in L.A.? How much are you involved in that?
You know what's interesting? Relocation is a big topic, especially at these meetings. From a football standpoint, we're focused on really the 15 season. There's probably not a lot of football teams thinking about 16. We're focused on the getting back, preparing for the draft, OTAs, training camp, preseason, and here comes 15. And I think we're in an era of free agency now. I think a lot of players commute to their cities. They have locations in a lot of places around the globe. So I think we're in an era where, you know, we're a commuter league in terms of where someone's home base is compared to where they're working.
The draft's coming up here pretty soon. I'm assuming that you guys will not be taking a defensive lineman in the first round, since you're fairly stocked at that position.
You can always use more defensive linemen, right? Maybe 6, 7, 8 of them playing a game. So
well, I feel like you have that many.
We'll take as many as we can get.
Are there certain areas that you guys are focusing on with that pick?
You know, there's definitely, we've got, you know, probably more urgent needs than other positions, but usually, especially early in the draft at 10, we've got one philosophical kind of, you know, philosophy that we run with, and that's, at the end of the day, let's try to take the best player, because 2-3 years from now, if you do that, it's going to work out. But if you let a need allow you to reach, maybe that'll bite you down the road.
All right, Les Snead, general manager of the St. Louis Rams. Have been a very active offseason for you. Good luck.
Appreciate it.